What's going on, you guys? It's Cody. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, we're going to talk about the delay in the merger date for SBE and Chargepoint. This is big news. Not a lot of people knew about this, but this is something I predicted in a previous video. I think the one that I put out about probably a week or 10 days ago. I'll link to it down in the description below, but we did talk about this. We did say, hey, this is going to be delayed. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a pullback before it does go up again as we close in on that merger date. Everybody was expecting the merger to happen. I think actually today or yesterday, I think it was on the 15th originally was the original plan, but now it's been confirmed that it's going to be delayed until January 15th of 2021. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth. We're going to take a look at the stock here on my computer together. And then we're also going to talk about BLNK because BLNK has seen a massive run up today. I'm going to share my thoughts on where this company is going, what the run up is about, and what the potential outlook is for this company. So without further ado, let's jump right into things. Okay, so as I mentioned just a minute ago, we did have an amended S4 that was filed on December 4th with the SEC, and then they did just file a updated amended S4 on yesterday, 12/15 at roughly 5 o'clock. So we do see that there was two S4s that were amended. In the first one on December 4th, I don't believe it had an actual date in there. I believe it just said that the merger had been delayed until 2021. They had a blank and then it said 2021. And this was kind of the date or the indication, I should say, that they were going to be delaying that merger. And now in the actual S4 that was filed yesterday, the amended version that was filed yesterday on the 15th, it does confirm that now the confirmed date is going to be January 15th. So what does this mean for SBE, the stock, and the share price? Well, let's take a look at that here together. We're going to jump over to Webull, which, by the way, if you haven't gotten your free stocks with Webull, make sure to get your free stocks, deposit $100 after signing up for an account by using the link in the description below, and you're going to get 2 free stocks. I think it might even be 3 or 4 right now, actually, free stocks up to $1,600 in value. Get your free stocks and let's take a look at this together. Today was mostly a flat day. Nothing really happened with SBE. Not a lot happened. We did fall from a high of $43 on December 9th, which was last week. And you can see here that this week has been a little bit rough. I think as it kind of got closer, there wasn't a lot of news coming out. There wasn't a lot of stuff happening. And I think obviously some people kind of lost faith and said, hey, this just hit a high. It doesn't look like the merger is going to be happening. The stock sold off. I wouldn't be surprised to see this sell off even a little bit more as we move in to the actual merge date, which is not supposed to happen for another month. I don't know the exact reason why it got delayed by a month. I'll have to do some research in that to see what see if there's any reasoning behind it, whether it's a legal thing or it's a paperwork thing or it's a tax thing. I don't know. We're going to have to look into it, see why it got delayed. But you can see here that today was mostly flat. After hours, we are down roughly 0.5%. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this company or to see the share price pull back just a little bit more, maybe get down to that $30 mark again. I wouldn't be surprised if it does dip under 30. I'm going to be buying. You can see this last level at the beginning of December, we did dip below that. I wish I would have bought more here. I didn't though. I did buy a call option on SBE for $40, actually on their merger date, January 15th, and hoping to get some nice value out of that. So obviously that's down today because the share price is down, but I'm not too worried about that overall. I do think it will climb back up. And I think as we get closer to that merge date and as there's a lot of news and hype coming out around this company and around the merger actually happening, I wouldn't be surprised to see this run up above 40, 45, maybe even $50 or higher at the time of the actual merger. So that's the SBE news for you here today. ChargePoint, I'm still super bullish on this company. I think with the market share that they have currently and the expansion plans that they have in Europe and here in North America, I just think that they're going to be the one to dominate this space. And to be honest, over time, I don't know when this could happen, but I think honestly, this is going to be a prime industry where you're going to see a lot of buyouts because, trying to run these charging stations with your company, if you don't have enough stations yourself, it's going to be hard to get that scale, right? You really need to maximize how many stations you have to really maximize the scale of operations to be able to make it an efficient business model. So I would not be surprised if ChargePoint at some point in the future buys out other companies like BLNK or, some of the smaller ones. I don't know the names off the top of my head. I wouldn't be surprised if they buy them out. I don't know. I think that could still be a few years down the line, but I do think it could be a possibility. So let's jump back in here to Webull and take a look at BLNK Charging because BLNK is up massively today. Let's take a look at this. So on December 14th, it was trading about $26. Now it has jumped up to over $31. I think on the day it's up over 11%, close to 12% on the day. and after hours down just slightly, about 1%. So massive news from BLNK, did jump up massively. We do have some news here on BLNK, so let's take a look at this. It does look like they announced additional developments of BLNK-owned EV charging stations at St. Luke's University healthcare facilities across Pennsylvania. So this is something that came out in the news that I think could be driving some of this. A little bit surprising to me. I mean, hey, look, ChargePoint or these other companies, they're putting out, chargers every single day at tons of different locations. Whereas this one, if I'm reading this correctly, it basically says, BLNK Charging Company, a leading owner, operator, and provider of EV charging equipment and services. Yeah, I think they make a lot of the charging components, but as far as like having market share, don't think they're the leader when compared to ChargePoint, but it says announced today the installation of an additional 10 IQ200 EV chargers at St. Luke's University Health Networks, Quakertown and Easton, PA hospital campuses. So I think this is awesome. It's great to have these at these hospitals because that's generally a place somewhere where people are going to be for a long amount of time. So I do think that's a great place to be, but they only added in 10 chargers. So I don't know if that justifies a 10% jump in their share price. There could be some other news that I don't know about, but this is the first piece that pulled up when I looked up BLNK Charging stock news. So anyway, I don't know. I don't mean to come off super bullish on this company. I just don't think they have the market share compared to ChargePoint. I'm putting my money into ChargePoint. I do not have any positions in BLNK other than honestly a couple of put options because I think that their share price is too high for what they're being able to offer into the market. I think that SBE and ChargePoint is a better play at this point in time. So time will tell. We'll see where this goes over the next little bit, but I do think that BLNK has seen a run up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it pull back here in the next little bit. So I think BLNK is a little bit overvalued at this point and deserves that just based on their market share. And yeah, I think SBE and ChargePoint is going to continue to blow up. So anyways, guys, with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content and you appreciated the fact that I got right into the content without holding you hostage, asking you for all these likes and comments and shares and blah, 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 please give me a thumbs up here now. I would appreciate it. It would help me out massively with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more and follow my story about, some of my goals around stocks, money, real estate, talking about that type of stuff. If you want to learn from me about, that type of stuff, I'd love to have you here along on the journey. So subscribe to the channel. Please consider sharing this video with a friend or a family member who might find some value in it. That would help me out massively as well. Get your free stocks with Webull. And with all that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.